purple pill topics. Or just relationship advice. Let's stop calling it purple pill.
Yeah.
Just relationship advice. Okay, let's move away from the definitions, the terms that everyone uses.
Yeah.
Red pill is just being single.
Yeah.
Purple pill is just being in a relationship. Black pill, you're fucking a bit weird.
Ah shit, black pill.
Yeah, like I mean,
Black
you know, we're gonna. As much as you want to think, you know, no fap's good. Yeah, cool. But psychologically, for your health, the population is mixed with men and women. If you become black pill, then you're pretty much saying that you don't want any women in your life at all.
Yeah.
And then you have resentment towards women.
Yeah.
So it's going to impact your... Red pill's already impacting how you perceive women in your daily life. So black pill's going to just take that and just amplify it even more.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's like that's why I don't see black pill as being beneficial.
black pill's pretty much creates
I don't see
strong sexism. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see it being beneficial at all. Anyway, better.
Yeah, a bit better. Hell yeah.
That's better.
Now they can see her. They can hear her. Ah. So we going?
We're back. Anyway, so
Oh yeah.
let's jump straight into it. Relationships.
Yeah.
And basically, relationships are a tug of war. That's our main point.
We're gonna talk about the last siege.
Yeah, the situation that one of our clients,
Yeah, one of the boys.
one of the boys, sees himself in. So basically, he's been single for so long. He finds himself, he goes too quickly into relationships.
Yeah.
Currently, he's like experiencing a rotation of, he's got 3 or 4 girls that he's seen.
Yeah.
He recently just met a girl.
Yeah.
And like we just stated before, then he struggles with dealing with women and getting attached too easily.
Yeah.
So like if he sees a new girl and he sees that she's better in different ways than the other girls,
Yeah.
then he'll jump too quickly into that relationship, and he'll strip everyone. He'll cut back all the girls in his life just for this one girl.
Yeah, and then she'll lose interest.
Yeah, and then she loses interest because that's whatever made her interested in him, he obviously lost.
Yeah.
Or he basically just disregards. He goes against all of his like morals and principles, and becomes less busy and.
Yeah, because this is what happens when if you commit to a girl too much or too early.
Yeah.
This is where the tug of war analogy comes in, because you're going towards her, and then as you go towards her, she's going to pull back.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's like a tug of war where you're going towards her, and she's pulling back, and eventually in tug of war, once you pass the line,
she's going to let go, and she's going to let go.
She'll
let go, so then you'll go straight forward, and you'll fall on your fucking face, man.
Pretty much, but as long as she passes the thing, she'll win, and that's it. The game's over. Then she will lose interest.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is, at the end of the day, is going to happen. Same as
if
a girl's chasing you and she's too keen, and then you have like other girls that go, but she wants you to like marry her.
Yeah.
And then she's like coming too close, being too clingy, and then you're pulling back.
The funny thing about the tug of war analogy is that no one side won't be putting. There will never be equal amount of force on either side. Like effort, if you want to term it effort. She's not going to be pulling the same amount as you'll be pulling. If you're pulling too hard, then she's going to be pulling less.
Yeah.
So you'll be pulling her towards you.
Yeah.
Technically, it'll be the opposite way around. When you're pulling and trying too hard, she'll actually be winning the tug of war.
Yeah.
So pretty much her pulling is her trying less.
Yeah, pulling back.
And you pulling is you trying less.
Yeah.
Because that means that she's coming towards you.
Yeah.
So it will never be equal.
Yeah.
There will never be a balance in your efforts.
Yeah, and I think that's what
it's always going to be.
Trace pretty much had with his like girl, or anyone that's in like a relationship or purple relationship.
Yeah.
We say relationship, but then blue pill does. But purple, I think you want to find the perfect balance of like the perfect distance, always moving, where like either you're giving her a little bit or she's giving you, but you want her to chase your validation, so you want her to always kind of like be going towards you, and you always pull back slightly.
Yeah.
So you just keep that going. You don't want to get too close.
Yeah.
Because too close, it's like they'll shit test you and like it beats you good, and then obviously you don't want to wait, because then game's over.
Yeah, definitely. That's where you have to be cold in certain parts of the relationship. When you are getting when you do feel like you're wrapped around her finger, or you're moving towards basically.
Yeah, like doing.
You feel like she's leading you, and she's the one who's making the decisions. That's when you need to step back.
Yeah, 100%.
You need to pull back. Yeah, pull back is just. I mean, I don't even say pull back. I just think it's just don't put any effort in.
Yeah, I'll put this in all like just, but yeah.
Don't put fucking effort in. Anyway, so all these guys that are going into relationships too quickly, stop dropping rotations.
Yeah.
Stop just dropping everything for your girl.
Yeah, I know, because then she'll sense that, and then
she'll sense it. Yeah.
Charisma or whatever, like confidence you have.
Yeah, exactly.
And then she'll see you as not the valued option, and then she'll look on.
She wins the tug of war.
Once
she wins it too easily.
Yeah.
You're gone, mate.
And she'll be like, "I already own him," you know.
Yeah.
It's like beating a boss, you know. She's like, "Oh, let's go."
Yeah. Once they get the skill, that's what happens. Like you've got all these levels of logic, and they've got one level which is emotion.
Yeah.
If they can beat, if you hold no logic in the relationship.
Yeah.
That one level of emotion, you'll never conquer the boss. You know,
if they tap into your emotional state, too much, or tap into your emotion, then you're like at the same level as they are. Exactly. They can't see you as better.
Exactly.
So they're gonna look at you for logic and leadership. So
it's like they conquer you without even having any skill.
Yeah, I know.
You're the boss, and you get defeated you get defeated by plot armor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Where you just that's just she was always gonna win because you couldn't stop it.
You have all the weapons, but then they beat you unarmed because you didn't know how to use your weapons.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah, it's just like.
Decent knowledge of different boys.
Use the knowledge that you've got. Use the logic that you've got.
Yep. So what's his situation now? Have you thought recently?
Basically, he's saying that she's pulling back more.
Yeah.
And that he's saying that he's feeling like he wants more and that he wants her to commit.
Oh yeah.
And he's trying to tell her that he's someone that just is straight up.
Yeah.
Straight to the point and wants to commit and wants to know what it is.
Yep.
But this is what you want women to be saying.
Yeah.
Not you. Yeah. You're sounding like this beta. You're sounding like someone who's just so needy and so you want everything to be defined and you want everything to be you want a label to be on it. That's what usually women want. Labels.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, yeah.
So he's sounding needy and she's just saying, I'm not ready. The guy should just be saying, I'm cool. They should be coming to you and asking you what's the go.
Yeah. It's like he's chasing her validation.
That's right. She switched. She's reversed. She's reversed it.
Yeah.
She's done an Uno card, like the Uno card, reverse card, and now he's thinking about it more than what she is.
Yeah.
So he's like,
he's pull back.
Yeah, his old ideologies and old ways of thinking are coming back to haunt him. He should just be thinking.
He's gotta go.
That's the thing. When you're not busy, he's not busy. When he's not busy, he's thinking about these things.
I know.
And he's thinking about what she gives him. He's thinking like a girl, where he's thinking she's making me feel a certain way, and I want to keep having that.
Yeah.
The comfort. Right, he keeps searching for it. It's like.
So he's got to pull back here again.
He's got to pull back, and he's got to start doing things that make him stronger. Going and exercising, and sitting there and just fucking read a book. Do something that's not takes your mind off it.
Yeah, 100%.
And you shouldn't even, it's so hard.
Do you reckon I don't know his current exact status, but it's like what, don't text a couple of days, text for a week? Cold?
I told him to pull back completely, but he's like, but she already knows the game, bro. She knows the game. As in she knows, she knows,
he's already the emotions, bro. Emotions gonna leave it.
Yeah, but he's already done all this. He's already shown her his hand. He's already.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, he's already said by saying I want to know what this relationship is and I want to know what we are. He's basically saying he's already hooked.
Yeah, that's why.
And he's saying
if you pull back icy.
Yeah, because
maybe a couple weeks.
No, because if he doesn't act in the right way now, I mean he's already he's pretty much his shield's been broken, and she's trying to now go for the head.
Yeah, but he can still pull back for a couple of weeks. There's some busyness here. Then she'll be more keen to actually see him because she'll start to miss him.
It can, or she could just realize because some girls will just keep playing the game, knowing that it's going to end whenever they want it to end.
Yeah.
So basically, it might be better for sometimes these guys might just need to completely just leave them.
Yeah.
And then when they do come back, maybe you do give them the opportunity and you do give them some time, but ultimately they might just see if they can get it again and then they'll go.
Yeah, it's a risky
because
one.
they might have already made their mind up that you're not the one now.
Yeah.
After you've shown too much commitment.
He's pretty much has to just pull back completely, maybe.
Pull back
a couple of weeks or just forever, and then she'll come back eventually because they always come back.
Pull back,
especially if the man's on his grind.
But he's not. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, but if you're not, he can get on his grind. So I'm too busy. Doing.
Say you're busy.
Yeah, be busy. Be busy. But hopefully all goes well.
The one thing you do got to watch out for is if they're crazy. These women.
Crazy.
Crazy types.
Crazy, bruh. But all women are crazy, bruh.
Yeah, I know. The crazy types.
Crazy types, yeah, man. So crazy's like, it's risky. I mean, where's like another guy?
What do we term crazy as a girl? Do we term that as like mood swings, like changes in their emotion, like extreme changes, like bipolar, like changes?
Yeah, so like extreme, like kind of bipolar changes, extreme like clinginess and like
where they saw you, where they just saw you and then they're ringing you like straight after and saying like, what are you doing?
Or they rock up at your house randomly or something,
Yeah.
stalk you.
Yeah.
Like they care about you too much.
Yeah.
Which is part of the tug of war analogy of they care too much.
Yeah.
So they're like, they're coming too close, so you're backing up, pulling back all the way past the line.
But they still keep coming, and it's like this pullback. You didn't expect this great of an effect with the pullback. You want it to be strong. You want the pullback to work, where they become. But there needs to be time in between. Yeah. The pullback needs to actually happen. Yeah. You can't just literally be just going home and thinking about the pullback, but then she's already like keen.
Yeah, I know.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's.
Yeah, so they pretty much don't even need a pullback.
No.
Like as in like they're.
Yeah, but
they don't get affected by. They're just so attached to you without really earning that attachment.
Yeah, exactly.
So, or you haven't given them enough you haven't fed them enough scraps to get that attached.
Yeah.
So then that's pretty much what crazy is, because they love something that they don't really even know.
No, yeah, true.
Or they're too attached to something that they could get elsewhere. You know what I mean? Like validation and stuff. Like they're too attached to your validation.
Yeah.
To the point where
sometimes it's girls of real high value that like sometimes it's girls that are very successful that have all the attention that they want. Like they have so much attention, so much validation, yet they seek the validation in the simple things. Do you get what I'm saying? Like they're crazy they're just crazy for simple things. Like just tech. Like they get. You've got Instagram, you've got messaging, you've got guys constantly coming up to them asking them for dates. But then as soon as they pick that one guy that they want the attention from, the guy that's not giving them the attention, and maybe it emphasizes that craziness. It emphasizes their keenness to get the validation. Like you've got what we classify as normal girls. Yeah. And they seek validation naturally. Because they just get a certain amount of validation. But for girls that are really high, like the 10s, sometimes they might look for validation, the extreme validation from a guy. Some guy that's giving them nothing at all, they're going to be more extreme for it. They're going to be like, fuck, he's not giving me anything. I'm going to, I have to go full throttle with it. Yeah. They don't know how to handle it. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Even though they get validation every day.
Yeah, I know that.
But they get it more than a normal girl would. They get it to the extreme. There's always the outliers. Yeah. They get it fucking more than others do. Because if we think about it, all girls get fucking thousands of hits. Yeah. But there's girls that get tens of thousands of hits.
Yeah. But a lot of those girls have so much, like the 10s, they can seek that validation, but it's not to the point where they like become stalkers. Yeah. Because they get so much validation that they're secure within themselves. Because the girls that go crazy about the validation and like yearn the attention, like fall in love so easy because they have attachment issues, because maybe like daddy issues. Yeah. Or maybe they didn't really have anyone like to look up to or whatever. So then they see that person as like a god. So they become obsessed with it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
They give them what they've been yearning for so long.
Definitely, they've got fragments of their like personality and character of who they are has been, destroyed as they've grown up. Yeah. They haven't had certain role models or certain figures in their life that have made them. They needed to make them stronger in certain aspects of their life.
Yeah, and they realise that, so they're trying to attach something that could take them there. Yeah. Because they don't have that. They don't think they can get it with themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they can't get it within themselves because there's certain things that do. I mean, you can over time, but there's certain things you only learn from certain people. It's It's like a mum can't teach you everything that a dad will teach you. A dad can't teach you everything that a mum will teach you.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's like not in our genetic coding as like males and females. Like you can't have a dad that's that acts feminine but acts completely manly.
Yeah.
You're either gonna have a manly man, a true masculine man,
Yeah.
or you're gonna have a true feminine woman. It's like a girl trying to act butch, as they say.
Yeah.
Act masculine, like, no, you shouldn't do that. You can't. So of course you're gonna have issues within a person, like a woman or a girl.
Yeah.
Well, it's a guys also.
Yeah.
You
but
can
they just like highlight, like it's like exaggerated because they didn't have that, so they yearn for what they didn't have.
Yeah.
At the point where they don't realize that it wasn't that great if they didn't have it, because they didn't really need it to
Yeah.
that degree. Like girls don't need to be ultra masculine, so they don't need like a masculine figure.
No.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but they need to understand that, like, the important. I mean, this is not for another topic, but they need to understand the dynamics between and the differences between men and women.
Yeah.
Man and woman, sorry.
Yeah.
But they don't when they don't have one.
Yeah.
They don't understand what a man's supposed to be like if they don't have a man in their life from the get go.
Pretty much.
If you're grown up single mum, and you raise kids, they turn out good. We're not saying you don't turn out a good person. We're saying that you don't understand what it's like to be
to be the opposite sex.
To be the opposite sex, exactly right.
Yeah. Yeah, because then like they never have it, so they yearn for what they didn't have because they didn't have love from their dad or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they'll look for that love in the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
So then they can get so attached.
Yeah.
Which is weird though, because like.
Or they've been shown that this is the type of male that will give you this certain thing. So there might be guys that are more masculine than this guy that they've got that they're crazy for, but they've been taught that this person can give them this thing. That you've got a certain quality, like you just said. Yeah, I'm just reiterating what you said. But there might be more masculine guys, or more guys that are better for them. But this guy is just giving them this one thing.
Yeah,
and they can't seem to get over it.
Yeah. So we got a guy, one of the boys, Geodude. Shout out to him.
Geodude.
Pokemon. Rock type Pokemon.
Rock type Pokemon. Man, I used to smash Geodude. Dude, how easy is Geodude to kill if you mate? If you go Charmander, you're struggling. You're struggling against Geodude. But if you go if you go Squirtle, see you later Geodude. And then Big Onyx comes out at the end. Dude.
Big Onyx, bro.
I always used to have trouble with Onyx.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't really play much of the old games, but
man,
I played like one on computer, but
But Geodude, what does Geodude do? He turns into Graveler.
Yeah.
But no one really, you didn't get Golem because Golem you had to trade.
Yeah.
You had to trade, which sucked because Golem's like, that's why, because he was such a beast.
Yeah, Golem's a fucking beast, bro.
Yeah. Who's Graveler, man? Like,
weird, man. He's like 4 arms with 2 of them like
yeah.
They don't work properly. So like he has like and then like 2 that are like T-Rex arms.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's like,
bro, this is a goddamn
and he
man.
And he only knows self-destruct, and it's like, come on.
No, he doesn't.
Graveler.
Metapod, bro. Vitamin?
No, Graveler does self-destruct.
Well, only self. Nah.
No, but his main one. Every time you verse him, he generally does self-destruct.
Oh, does he?
I'm pretty sure it's Graveler.
I was on fucking Kakuna, bro. Metapod.
No, Butterfree was one of my favourites, so then I realised Butterfree's beta.
Butterfree's beta. Big real fucking Rex Butterfree.
Yeah, I know.
He's beta.
But then I started getting to the later Pokemons, and I was like, Combee.
Combee, I think I've heard of him.
Yeah.
Is that the one that goes into Vespiquen?
Vespiquen? you're like,
too much.
You're like trying not to act like you like Pokemon. But yeah, no, Vespiquen is a beast.
Yeah, Vespiquen, bro. Cool design. Alright, let's talk about the thing. we talk about Pokemon over there.
Yeah, keep going.
We're talking? Alright, yeah. So he wants to bang crazy.
Yeah, so yeah, we've got a guy we know. He wants to pursue a girl that's showing crazy qualities. So crazy in regards to that, text, sending him 20 messages and not stopping. Like, he might message her back and it might be a short reply, but she just keeps going with it and just keeps sending him back messages. And then basically,
well, it's a risky one, like, because he knows some people she knows, but then
the
thing about it is, it's like she's more entertaining than the normal girls that he talked to,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
can happen because obviously she's going to be different. She's like kind of
Yeah.
might be a little bit crazy, but that is
Generally crazy
interesting.
is generally crazy is interesting. Yeah.
So he wants to pursue it because realistically, well, we're in Victoria, so we're in Corona, so everything's bland now.
He wants a bit of a thrill.
Bit of a thrill.
Yeah.
And then he's asking us how to go about it.
Yeah.
We told him to pursue it, bro. It's risky.
Yeah.
But maybe obviously go to a public setting and then
Definitely. Yeah, because one of the things was like, you know, he wasn't too sure if he wanted to invite her to his house. And that's the number one thing you don't do. When a girl's, you know, displaying qualities that are quite full on, and you can see that she might be very clingy, and if things go sour, it'll turn the relationship, you know, into an abusive relationship.
So
you don't start the relationship by bringing them over to your house. It always has to be in a public setting.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially
Even if she asked to go to your house.
Especially if you are a true high value male that has a high pay, you know, a job that is high status and it's paying you well, and it's all about your image and how people perceive you.
Yeah.
Having people over to your house is your kingdom, you know.
Yeah, you can't
your house,
bring anyone.
especially during Corona time, your house is like that place that you got your desk set up. It's a office.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a meeting. It's like a client meeting.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, well, yeah.
So that's how
first time, because you can't just bring anyone to the kingdom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you have to trial them first.
Yeah.
See what they're about. See what their headspace is.
Yeah.
Then you can bring them in, and then obviously you can get them more keen.
Definitely, and that's one thing that I would stress to all these younger guys going forward is always going out, and you're the one evaluating them like it's a job interview.
Yeah.
Most guys go out and they start chasing the girl's validation in the date.
Yeah.
It's like,
you try.
Firstly, don't invite them over to your place. Invite them out somewhere else, and then you're sitting there with this aura like you're critiquing them.
Yeah.
It's like you're judging them. Like they should feel judged, because when they feel judged, they work harder for it.
Yeah.
As sort of misogynist or whatever they want to call it, rude as it sounds, that's just how it is. You've got to be judgmental in a way where you're witty and you're like asking her a question and she feels like she has to like scramble.
Yeah. When you're on a date with them, you're trying to get it's like a job interview where they're trying to sell themselves to you, and you're saying, what can you do for me, to the girl? So you're pursuing her to see, as in like to say, how are you going to help me? Because I already know how I can help you and better your life.
Correct.
I don't need to tell you that.
What are the two things?
But you need to tell me why you're going to be good for me.
Yeah. What are the two things a company asks you? What are your skills and what can you do for us?
Yeah.
They don't care about you. You're a number.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you put your time in there, they're going to give you something back. But ultimately, it's what skills do you have and what can you provide me?
Yeah.
That's the two things.
Yeah.
If you go in with that mindset, most of the time you're going to come out with someone that's going to be more interested in you. So
you're going to have that thing, and then they're going to obviously then they'll see you as above them because they're trying to sell themselves to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is what you want.
Yeah.
But in this situation of thrill seeking, you got to say location first, because you want to see how crazy she is. She might not actually be as crazy as you think she is. It's just because if she's too crazy, there's no point of even like banging really, because then you're not gonna take her to your house unless you unless you go hers or whatever.
No, definitely don't be because I've been in situations where girls have been out of control.
True.
And you know that's a part of guys is that we know it's harder for us to get girls, right? So as you're growing up, the more when girls start surrounding you, you just go and get them. You don't care. You don't think too much about it.
Yeah.
But the more you start to have a logical mindset and a logical approach to getting women, you can start to strip down bad qualities and bad things that they display easier. But when you're young, you're just like, oh, she's a bit crazy, and as a young man or young boy, you know that you shouldn't be doing it.
No.
But that's part of that thrill. Yeah. And the time that you have with them is going to be great compared to some girl that's just plain Jane, you know.
But yeah.
So for those young guys out there, we're not trying to say just be boring, be like a scarecrow and just not do anything, you know.
Yeah. Still take the risk, but understand the risk that it's gonna you wouldn't.
We all have choices, and those choices lead to consequences, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Whether they're good or bad.
Yeah, they're always gonna. One second.
He's getting his
I wrote
notes.
some notes.
He's got his notes.
Still crazy about bipolar. Oh yeah, shit. So yeah, if you give it off your phone and that.
She's blowing up your phone.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
High
The thing that crazy girls are that you gotta take into account is
Yeah.
yeah, it's a bit of a thrill seek, but how easy can you pull back and eject yourself from the situation? If she knows where you live,
Yeah.
she's gonna like become a stalker because she's gonna be too attached. Once she's too attached, it could ruin your whole career.
Definitely.
Like,
If you already know each
She
other.
could say rape allegations.
Yeah.
She could like just get you almost fired at work.
Yeah.
If she knows where you live, she will like contact them.
Oh, she'll start speaking behind your back to certain people.
Yeah.
It's a never ending. You pretty much have to move. I've been in work environments where I don't care too much about what's said behind my back, but if you know you made the choice to invest in something or put yourself in a certain position, and then there's consequences for it, you're gonna feel bad not only because of what's happening, but because you chose to be in that situation.
100%.
If I don't choose to be in the situation and it happens to me externally, it doesn't bother me because it would just happened and I couldn't control it. But if I knew I could control it from the fucking get go, it's gonna rip you apart, man. And then that's when you have to move jobs.
Yeah.
Because eventually you can't get over the fact that you went against whatever you said you shouldn't have gone against.
Yeah.
So
Kills
it's
your
like,
self-esteem because it's like buying a broken down car and then complaining that it broke down and had to go to the mechanic. It's like no shit.
You had the
car
choice.
was worth $1,000.
Yeah.
You didn't buy a $10,000 car. It's gonna be reliable. You're buying this cheap.
Definitely.
And then,
or like I buy a laptop and it's like, it's about to be an out of date model.
Yeah.
And then you realize it doesn't take this software or this program, and it's like you should have done the research before getting the computer. Yeah.
So pretty much what the date in the public setting is the research gone before it. So then you can assess it, overview it, and say, oh yeah, she's right. I might, bring her into my life. And you could be the start of like, oh, I thought she was crazy, but no, she's actually really normal. And I had a just preconceived idea that she was crazy, but then realistically,
for all you business snacks out there, you've got a book called Lean Startup by Eric Ries, and it talks about minimal viable products. And minimal viable products are something you build a small product and you release it to the public, and so then you're not wasting too much energy. It's the same thing with dating a girl. You go out and you put little bits of energy into that date, so then you know how much to put in for the next date. You don't just go all out and say, come over to my house, let's have dinner, let's do everything. Then that all of a sudden she knows everything about you, and she knows whether or not she wants to invest in you straight away. You can't ever have it. There's no next step. There's no end product. It's just, is that all you had? You built your product straight away and you gave it to her, and that's it.
Yeah.
You got to go out and go, this is. Oh,
it's a demo.
Well, yeah, it's a demo, dude. It's a fucking small product. You're saying, what is it that you provide me? This is what I can provide you, but you remain mysterious enough where that she's like, wow, I didn't know much about him, but he gave me enough that I liked it, and I'm going to act even more crazy or even more intrigued the next time.
Yeah.
So, but public setting, 100%, dude.
Setting was that's just the job interview type thing, and just assess because she's worth the risk.
Because that's the main thing. You've got to put them in a public setting, and then from there you can go. You can go on. We don't know because everyone experiences different things after that public setting. You got to determine what happened from that setting. Was she cracking onto you straight away? Was she like grabbing you, rubbing you, trying to hug you straight? If she's trying to hug you constantly after like 10 minutes into the date, and it's the first date, there's that's huge signs of attachment and clinginess.
Yeah.
And that means that she'll probably invest in your life completely, but to the point where it could be toxic.
Yeah, and she'll be like insecure. I'm like, oh, where are you now? And she'll be like thinking you're doing something else, like cheating and shit.
Yeah.
Be a headache. But that'll come down the line anyway. But
we don't want crazy girls in our life. We want sane girls, but we want them a little crazy.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I mean,
like you said, unique girls, but they're not crazy. They're unique.
Yeah, true.
Keep changing the language and be like, oh, that's alright.
Yeah.